Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Northwest Missouri Hill Country. Gonna get into a little bit of farming information and a dilemma going on. Um, we've been 23 days with no measurable precipitation, not a single drop, nothing. So the situation has kind of snuck up. And I talked to some other local farmers, some about 30 miles away, and it's pretty widespread up this way. And we're going to see just how this is affecting the bean crop this year. Corn is done. Corn is made. It's not going to get better, worse. It is what it is. Beans, though, still have another 2 to 3 weeks to fill out and determine where your crop's going to be. And this does affect us. We don't actually farm our property. We have somebody that farms it for us, but it does affect us. It affects them. He's going to be expanding over the next several years. And corn prices, it's crap for corn. Corn at this point, they're growing corn for nonprofit. There's not going to be any money in corn this year. Even with the subsidies and the great trade deals that Trump has made, we're not going to feel that effect probably until next year, next crop, the 2026 crop. This year, it's pretty much going to be a bust. Even if somebody does 250, 270 an acre on corn, they're not going to make any money. Maybe cover their cost if they're lucky. Maybe put $1.82 in the bank. But beans still have a chance to be profitable. But in this area, I'm not so sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here and I'm going to cut off a few samples. And we're going to open them up. Got my handy bean cutters. Going to see what the prospects are. And hopefully it's going to be a good crop, but it's looking pretty sad. I'll take you out here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So bear with me. Let's go for a little walk, boys and girls. Garden's pretty much a wash for this year. A few tomatoes left. A few peppers. Ooh, there's a big one hanging down. Look at that. Yeah, some nice bell peppers. Look at them. Yummy. 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 Yeah. Alrighty. Well, whew, man. You notice they're starting to yellow up. And it's not hardcore everywhere, but look at this way, and they're graying up real bad too. And when they start graying up, that really hurts them. So I'm going to take some samples, and we'll come back and check them out and see what we got. Hold on here just a second. Alrighty, let's do this. trimming them off there just to make the job a little easier when I get up there. And we'll get one more over here. Well, let me get out here and get some healthier ones. We get a real good sample. Alrighty, there's what I got. I'll be right back. We're gonna go up here and go through them. Okie doke. Let's strip some of these babies off of here and see what we got. And I'm just randomly picking them. I'm not like picking out the best pods or anything like that. Like I said, no rain for like 23 days. It's getting really serious now. Hopefully that's a good view. It is a nice cool 61 degrees out here, so that's a good thing. Alrighty, I'm gonna open a couple of these up real quick. And the green beans are green soybeans are kind of hard to open up. They're packed in there pretty good. Now that one's split. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. And staying safe. Enjoying the cool weather if it's cool where you are. Up here in northwest Missouri Hill Country, it's been pretty nice, but like I say, we desperately need rain. And there is rain in the forecast the next couple of days possibly, but we've had that several times and it hasn't panned out. So I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna peel some more of these out of here, then I'll be right back. Give me just a flash here. That was quick. Okay, here's what we got. Let me make sure you guys can see. Okay, what I'm noticing, a lot of pods only have 1 or 2 beans in them. That could be from maybe not real good pollination or lack of moisture. They just didn't when that pod was trying to make beans, it just didn't have enough moisture. Same with these. I noticed probably 30% didn't produce 3 beans. I'm going to say probably 15% had, was it 15% had 1 or 2, but probably even more, maybe up around 25%. And the rest seem to have 3. Size varies. They're from about 3/16 of an inch up to about 1/4 inch, which I'm amazed that they're that big. But there are some little ones. They're not BB size, so that's a good thing. But last year, the beans that were planted only had about 50 pods on each plant. These have, as you saw in the earlier video, about 116 pods per plant. So double the pods. The quality of pods, I'm going to say, is probably a little better than last year. Not a whole lot, but fairly similar. But the dilemma is they need to finish filling out these smaller pods. And like I say, there's quite a few of the smaller pods. And they're just not much in there. And compared to last year, I think it was 44 or 46 bushel an acre. And that was decent. Not great, but decent. This year, with all the rain we had, the primo growing conditions up to 3.5 weeks ago were just ideal, textbook for the best crop ever, probably. But now that we haven't had any moisture for so long, these are probably done, the ones that are this size. These still have a chance. I'm going to say we need rain within the next 7 days, or these are not going to do anything. And that's about, like I say, I don't know, it could be a 30% loss over the course of, per acre. So that's pretty huge. Earlier on, it was looking like, 50 bushel an acre was definitely possible. Maybe even more. Yeah, it looked real promising, but it's not looking near as good now. They're okay, but not great. There's some little ones, quite a few little ones. But the quality looks to be pretty good. The ones that are doing, good. Don't see any issues there. But yeah, getting out there and looking, they're yellowing up. The roots just are not able to get deep enough to get in to good moisture in the soil. When I was boring the holes for the carport, I had to go down at least 7 inches to really get any moisture, 8 or 9 to really get into something that was favorable for like growing conditions. And it's just dry, very, very dry. And these bean roots, if you saw the other videos, they're only about 8 inches rooted. Now, granted, that's been 3 weeks ago, so they could be another inch, but it is getting critical. We need rain, and like I say, we do have rain in the near future, so that's a positive. But you know, looking out across the field, I'm starting to see a lot of yellowing up. And once those plants yellow, they're pretty well done. They're not going to add any more girth to the beans. They're not going to, obviously, not going to produce any more beans. If a pod's got 2 beans in it now, it's probably going to finish up with 2 beans. Now, will they be BB size? Or will they be, you know, pushing 3/16 of an inch to 1/4 inch? That's an unknown. But at this point, we need rain. And that's the dilemma. And we need to get it pretty quick. So, boys and girls, it does affect us all. If bean prices are crap, the crop is crap, it's gonna raise prices on feed. Beans are used for so many things. Oils for cooking, oils for plastics, a lot of different things. So hopefully what we have here will prosper more. Like I say, I didn't really think these were going to be as good as they are, but they're decent size. And this is that Truman bean that you go back in the other videos and look, and I put all the information on that. But these are what are concerning. There's a lot of them. Like I say, that one's got 1 bean. There's nothing over here. That one's got 1 bean, nothing over here. You know, 1 bean, nothing there. 2, but they're not very big. But well, hopefully that will kind of let you boys and girls know what happens to beans when it gets dry. And it'll be interesting come harvest time to see what we end up with. Like I say, it's they're not our beans. We just have somebody farm it, and if they have a good year, we have a good year. So hopefully it'll get us some rain here in the near future. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know. Even if you want to subscribe and don't care about watching other videos, just do that. We'd appreciate it. Anything to help the algorithms to pick up our stuff would be great. And again, I want everybody to have a safe day. Keep your head on a swivel. Always carry and be prepared. And when you see a farmer, thank them for what they do, because they truly do keep the country going. And they're caretakers. Again, we're all just caretakers. We don't own anything. When we're gone, somebody else will take care of it after us. It is God's country, and He's the one who provided the dirt, the rain, the trees, the birds, the animals to keep us going. We just have to take care of it. We're caretakers. Again, like, share, subscribe, and be safe out there, boys and girls. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.